Queen Rania of Jordan meets with members of the BPWA in Jebel al-Wabida. King Harald V and Queen Sonja of Norway meet with representatives from Rapa Nui. Hereditary Grand Duchess Stéphanie of Luxembourg visits an art show in Limpertsburg. And King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands begins his 3-day working visit to Scandinavia. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all are having a wonderful day today. My name is Alexandra, and welcome to your Royal Daily News for Tuesday, November 12th, 2024. This morning, His Majesty, King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands, accompanied by the Minister of Climate and Green Growth, Miss Sophie Hermans, and a Dutch business delegation, began their 3-day working visit to Scandinavia. The purpose of the visit is to strengthen the cooperation between the Netherlands, the Kingdom of Denmark, and the Kingdom of Norway in the areas of hydrogen and regional hydrogen infrastructure. According to RVD, in both kingdoms, the visit will focus on the development of onshore and offshore infrastructure, hydrogen import capacity to the Netherlands, decarbonization of the maritime sector, and the development of green maritime corridors. In Denmark, the visit also focuses on knowledge exchange on financial models. In Norway, there is attention for cooperation in the field of carbon capture and storage. This morning, in Lyngby, Their Majesties, King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands and King Frederik X of Denmark visited the high-tech company T.M.s. The company specializes in decarbonization technologies and solutions for the green energy transition. In the mid-morning, the two kings participated in the Dutch-Danish Forum on Hydrogen Cooperation at the Confederation of Danish Industry. During the conference, the two kings gave speeches. In his speech, King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands said, quote, "I'm impressed by the great potential of Denmark as a producer and exporter of green hydrogen. Your country is one of the forerunners and has big plans. But you cannot do it alone. In order to break through green hydrogen, we need each other very much." End quote. According to RVD, during the conference, Dutch and Danish companies signed several memorandums of understanding in the field of hydrogen and energy infrastructure. After a lovely luncheon and a boat tour of Copenhagen Harbor, the two kings participated in a meeting with representatives from Copenhagen Infrastructure Partners. The investment firm is a, quote, "global player in investments in renewable energy which contributes to the green transition." End quote. Meanwhile, Her Royal Highness, Princess Beatrix of the Netherlands, as patron of the Dutch Caribbean Nature Alliance, began her visit to the islands of Sint Maarten and Saba. According to RVD, the visit will focus on the work of the Dutch Caribbean Nature Alliance and social initiatives on the islands. In Amersfoort, Her Majesty, Queen Máxima of the Netherlands, as honorary chairwoman of More Music in the Classroom, participated in the conference More Access to Art and Culture, held at the Lear Hotel Het Klooster. Since 2015, More Music in the Classroom has been dedicated to providing structured music education for all primary school children in the Netherlands and the Caribbean. In 2023, More Music in the Classroom expanded its efforts to offer diverse cultural experiences to children and young people who otherwise would not have access to them. The goal is to broaden students' horizons and contribute to their cognitive, social, and creative development. During the conference, the Queen visited a cooking workshop for primary school students, hosted by culinary chef Samuel Levy. In the afternoon, the Queen paid a working visit to the Cultuurfonds in Amsterdam, where she met with young artists who are supported by the Fund ZOZ and the ZOZ Academy. According to RVD, the Fund ZOZ provides, quote, financial support to cultural projects of young creators who want to break taboos and address current issues, end quote. In Limpertsburg, Her Royal Highness, Hereditary Grand Duchess Stéphanie of Luxembourg, arrived at the Transchappe this afternoon to meet with artists showcasing their works at the 2024 Salon du Cercle Artistique de Luxembourg. The CAL, under the high patronage of Her Royal Highness Grand Duchess Maria Theresa of Luxembourg, will close on November 17, 2024. In Oslo, Their Majesties, King Harald V and Queen Sonja of Norway, held an audience with 6 representatives from the island of Rapa Nui and government officials from the Republic of Chile at the Royal Palace. This morning's meeting was held on the occasion of the return of sacred artifacts that Norwegian explorer H.R.H took from Rapa Nui in 1955. According to the Royal Court of Norway, when the late H.R.H visited Rapa Nui, he took some artifacts from the island, including Ivi Tapuna, which are ancestral bones, and brought them back to the Kon-Tiki Museum in Oslo for further study and conservation. Before returning to Norway, Mr. Heyerdahl and government authorities from Chile agreed that the artifacts must be, quote, returned when the research was completed. And now, several decades later, these cultural treasures are being brought back to the island, end quote. In Madrid, Her Majesty, Queen Letizia of Spain, held an audience with representatives of Code.org at Palacio de la Zarzuela. According to the Royal Court of Spain, Code.org is a nonprofit organization dedicated to expanding access to computer science in schools and increasing participation by young women and students from underrepresented groups. The vision is that every student in every school has the opportunity to learn computer science in the same way they learn biology, chemistry, or algebra. In Jebel al-Wabida, Her Majesty, Queen Rania of Jordan, met with members of the Business and Professional Women's Association, BPWA, at Jasmine House this morning. In a statement from the office of Her Majesty the Queen, it noted that the BPWA provides services and training to Jordanian women in order to, quote, harness their underutilized potential and drive wider economic growth, end quote. During the visit, the Queen participated in a specialized export-focused workshop with several women business owners and professionals. The workshop focused on, quote, ways that illustrated different ways to boost their project's global competitiveness, end quote. After the workshop, the Queen visited the Bunny Coffee Roastery and Academy, a beneficiary company of BPWA's We Export Unit. In the Corridor district of Monaco, His Serene Highness Prince Albert II of Monaco unveiled a commemorative plaque at the Winter Palace in honor of the late Monegasque photographer Georges Duteil. During his career, the late Mr. Duteil photographed members of the princely family of Monaco, the Monaco Grand Prix from 1967 to 1976, and was a press photographer for the newspaper Nice Matin. And finally, Her Royal Highness Princess Maria Carolina of Bourbon-Two Sicilies and Her Royal Highness Princess Maria Chiara of Bourbon-Two Sicilies recently sat down for an interview with L'Officiel, Hong Kong. In the interview, the princesses spoke about who and what inspires them, charitable causes, what it's like to be a member of a royal family, fashion, art, and social media. The royal sisters also spoke about their hopes for the future, stating, quote, "We would like to live in a world full of peace, a world where no one has to endure hunger, violence, or loneliness, a world connected by love and solidarity." End quote. If you would like to read the interview with Princess Maria Carolina and Princess Maria Chiara, in the description box below, I will leave a direct link to L'Officiel Hong Kong. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. I will be back tomorrow on Wednesday, November 13th, with all the latest royal news and events. Until then, I sincerely wish each and every one of you, your family, your friends, and your pets, a wonderful afternoon. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment below if you'd like, and click on the notification bell so you won't miss a new episode. Have a wonderful afternoon, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take care.